Good evening, everybody. Welcome to St Mary Mag's Church. My name's Sam, I'm the vicar here, and on behalf of St Mag's, I want to welcome you and this amazing Unleashed choir to this evening. I think we're in for a complete treat. I know you're going to hear more about Unleashed later on when Martin talks about it, but we hope that this really kicks Christmas off. I haven't said Merry Christmas to many people so far, so can I say Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to you. What you're doing is fantastic. If you haven't got Christmas plans, do take one of these on the way out and join with the other things that are happening over Christmas. But Martin and Unleashed, should we give them a big welcome?
So, who's excited about Christmas? It's not long now to wait. So who can tell me what is the true meaning of Christmas? Well, yes, it's great to open your stocking from Santa, Noah, and yes, all the presents, Jonathan. That's a good suggestion. Being with the family, Jonah. I like that. Food, Rashid. Yes, that's an important part of Christmas. Reuben, please don't do that. Ooh. No, don't eat it. Use a tissue. Well, today's story is different from our usual story because it's true. It actually happened. Emmanuel. No, it's not Emmanuel. No, nothing to do with cars, Jeremy. Or baking, Mary. Today's story is called Emmanuel, which means God with us. And it's the story of how Jesus was born as a tiny baby. Came into the world with nothing and was born in a lowly stable. Why? Well, so that he could know what it was like to be just like us and feel and experience everything that we have to face. That's what Emmanuel means. God with us.
How could you do this to me, Rebecca? I'm your fiancé. You make a promise to me. I thought you loved me.
I do love you, Jack.
Well, you've got a funny way of showing it by getting pregnant. Who's the father? I know it's not me. Don't you think I deserve an explanation?
I don't know how to tell you, Jack. It's complicated.
Complicated? This isn't Facebook. This is my life. Our life. I thought you were the one. I thought we had a future together.
You are the one, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah, right.
Reuben, please stop picking your nose. No, don't wipe it on Alice's dress. Sweetheart, it's okay. Come and sit next to Ivy. So after the angel had appeared to Joseph, saying that Mary was expecting the Son of God, Joseph and Mary had to travel a long way to Bethlehem, where Joseph originally came from. To sign up for the census. Good question. Noah. A census was like a record of who everyone was, where they came from and where they were living now, so that the Romans could keep tabs on everyone. They were far from home. They knew no one. And when they arrived, there was nowhere for them to stay.
Excuse me. You can't stay there. You're going to get moved on by the police.
I'm waiting for my partner. He's gone to sort some accommodation out. The hostel's full and there's a waiting list, apparently.
Well, I'm sorry you can't stay there. Council are really cracking down on rough sleepers.
Yeah.
You're going to get moved on.
Yeah.
Are you expecting?
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. It was an accident. You know, his family are furious. We came down here to have a new start.
From Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah, got hitched down on Tuesday.
Yeah, look, no, I know I shouldn't say this, but look, if you're looking for a dry place, You go to the back of the rugby club, there's a nice green place there. And if it goes below 0, then the hostel will take you in. When your partner comes, I'll show you, all right?
Yes, that's right, Reuben. The Son of God came into the world in a filthy, smelly stable, sat amongst the farm animals where the kind innkeeper had let them stay. Yes, that's right, Alice. The angels sang glory in the highest. The baby Jesus had some very special guests who had been told of his birth by the angels. Can you remember who they were? That's right, it was the shepherds. Anyway, they brought gifts for the tiny baby, including a lamb. But sadly, not everyone was as pleased as the shepherds. The king was very jealous. And when he heard of the birth of Jesus, he decreed all the little babies must be killed. Isn't that a dreadful thing? Well, Joseph had another dream. And in that dream, God told Joseph to take Mary and the baby and flee to Egypt. What's that, Noah? Why did they take a flea to Egypt? No, you misunderstand me. They didn't take a flea with them like a bug. No, flee is just an old-fashioned term for escape.
I thought I told you to move.
And
Sorry,
why?
it's part of the new project, Operation Seagull. The police and the governor have got together and put a manifesto together to get all the homeless out of the bay. So you're going to have to shift, I'm sorry.
But why? I'm not hurting anyone.
Listen, love, I'm just doing my job. Look, you've got 4 hours to get yourself out of the bay or you'll be arrested. Like I said, it's part of the manifesto when he was voted in to clean up the harbour side. The businesses don't want you in their shop doorways.
And where am I supposed to go? I can't go back to Liverpool. They'll take my kid off me.
I'm sorry. The governor's enforcing this, I'm sorry. Either you move or you nicked.
Yeah? What's going on here then?
I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
And that, children, is our story for today. Emmanuel, God with us. Everything we have to face in life, Jesus has been there before us. We never have to face anything alone. There's a lovely verse in the Bible that says this: foxes have holes, birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Now this afternoon, we shall all be helping to make costumes for the Christmas production, so that will be fun. Now let's see. Rashid, you will be playing the giant turtle who helps push Santa's sledge to safety when it crash lands in the ocean. And Noah and Reuben, we've got great plans for your alien costumes when Santa stops off on the planet Jupiter. So books back in your trays and then line up ready for lunch. Reuben, please stop picking your nose. You'll have no room for lunch.
When all the tears are rolling down your face, and it feels like yours is the only heart to break. And when you come back home and all the lights are out, and you're getting used to no one else being around, I'll be there when you need a little love. I got a little love to share. Oh, I'm gonna come through. You'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Friday night and the drink don't work the same. You're alone in yourself and no one else to blame. And you still can't feel the rhythm of your heart. And you see your spirit fading in the dark. Oh, I'll be there when you need a little love. I got a little love to share. Oh, I'm gonna come through. You'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Oh, I swear I got enough love for you. Ooh, you'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. When you're lost down the riverbed, I'll be there. When you're lost in the darkness, I'll be there. I'll be there when your heart is breaking. You'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Oh, I swear I got enough love for you. Ooh, you'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Oh, I swear I got enough love for you. Ooh, you'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. You'll never be alone. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. You'll never be alone. I'll be there for you.
Speaking Frankly, a program in where people speak frankly about their problems. Now, Gary is 18. Now, he has a problem that few of us like to talk about, even fewer of us like to admit to. It's not a problem that he finds easy to talk about. Gary.
Hello.
Gary, can you tell us a little bit about your problem?
Well, I was about 15 when me and some mates went along to a party, and we'd had a lot to drink, and we're messing around, and someone said, you know, did I fancy washing up?
Washing up?
Yeah, that's right.
And what exactly did this involve?
Well, did I want to get involved? No, at first, I didn't want to get involved, but then my mate said that I'd be a sissy if I didn't, so I let them talk me into it.
See. Did you enjoy this washing up?
Nah, at first I felt sick and ashamed of what I'd done, but then I began to feel more relaxed when I was with people that were washing up.
Did you seek treatment for your problem?
At the time, no.
But then afterwards you changed your mind?
Nah, I thought if I'd had treatment, I wouldn't have got myself into the scene that I got myself into.
What scene was this?
Well, I was at a New Year's Eve party at a friend's house, and he'd invited some mates round that I'd never seen before, but as soon as I saw their pinnies, I knew there was going to be trouble. And then one of them turned to me and said, did I fancy going into the kitchen?
Into the kitchen?
Yeah.
And did you refuse?
Well, at the time, I didn't realise what I was letting myself in for.
So what did you actually find in the kitchen?
Oh, it was terrible. There was quite a few people in there, mainly blokes, and they were trying the hard stuff. Dusters, mops, yard brooms, that sort of stuff.
What was your reaction?
Oh, at first, shock, followed by revulsion, followed by shock, followed by more revulsion, followed by shock. And then one of them turned to me, one bloke that I recognised as a local copper, handed me his thick rubber squidgy.
A squidgy?
Yeah, that's right.
And did you use the squidgy?
Now, at first, I I didn't really enjoy using it, but it felt wet and kept slipping out of my hand. But then I began to feel more at ease when I had the squidgy in my hand.
And this craving to do things that others may find repulsive is what led you to a life of crime.
I started doing houses.
What did that involve?
Well, I break into people's houses when they're away on holiday, and then I clean all the windows, polish all the furniture, and then take down all the curtains, especially the nice frilly ones, and take them to the dry cleaners.
And apparently, you broke into one person's house whilst he was asleep and washed and ironed all of his shirts and trousers. While he was still wearing them without him knowing.
Yeah, that's right.
But yet, you made a full recovery. A remarkable recovery, some would say. A recovery that stopped you doing housework almost entirely.
That is correct.
How did this come about?
I got married.
Right. Guys, thank you so much for coming tonight. It's really great to see so many people here. I'd like to introduce Patricia. It's already on. It's already on. Yeah. Because we're here to raise money for the living room, which is run by St Mary Mag's Church here. And Patrina, you are the living room pastor.
I am.
So could you tell us a little bit about what is the living room, please?
So the living room is simply that space at the back of the church, and we are open on Wednesdays and Fridays at 11 till 2, and we basically serve coffee, bacon rolls, cake, and we're just run on donations.
That's really good. And what sort of community come and use this place?
So anyone and everyone. So we have a lot of guys that are still in addiction, we have a lot of guys in recovery, we have a lot of guys that are homeless, we have a lot of people that are just lonely, some that are retired, so it is a real community sense in there, which is lovely.
It is, there's a wonderful atmosphere. And they don't just come here, they also can do activities, can't they? There's like not washing up. These guys do the washing up and all the volunteers. But the art and stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
There's creative space at the moment. People are making Christmas decorations. There's also big boards that guys have been doodling on. You see with a lot of people sometimes when they're kind of lost in their circumstances that actually they've got lots of talents, like with a lot of the guys doing this stuff. It's trying to find what people are good at, build their self-esteem, give them some purpose, give them something to enjoy, you know, give a real sense of community and what Torquay should be about.
Yeah.
Really, like all this stuff.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant, Patrina. Now, you yourself have got a bit of a story, haven't you? Which is presumably how you got this job, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I was a
Do you want to share a little bit about that?
It's a bit of a washer-upper.
Join the club.
Did a few dishes. No, so I'm an ex-heroin addict, and so the living room has been massive for me in my recovery. So I came to Mags, I think it was about a year clean. I hadn't worked, I was unemployable during addiction, and I started doing the dishes. And I volunteered, like literally doing the dishes. I was clean then. And I think I volunteered for 3, maybe a bit longer years, and then funding came for the job, and I applied with the people, and I got the job, and that was my first employed position for about 15 years, so it was massive for me. So part of the living room that I'm passionate about as well is getting guys to volunteer, you know, that haven't worked for a long time, don't think they can, just to give them something to do, which is really important. And addiction's one of those things that fills your time, believe it or not. So when you give up drugs or alcohol, then you're suddenly left with all this time that you don't know what to do with. And we want to try and fill that, like with any community thing. I think all this stuff, if you want to turn your life around, then you have to get involved with good stuff.
Yeah,
good people. Yeah, can help you.
Brilliant.
And I'm nearly 9 years this month, I would say.
Brilliant. Guys, you know, the living room is a fantastic thing here. Every Wednesday, every Friday, and it does a wonderful job. There's going to be a collection bucket out the back on the way out, so if you want to give a bit of extra money, that is brilliant. I think what Patrina, you were saying about boredom is really important. Unleash Theatre Company, Unleash Community Drama is made up of a community of wonderful people. The vast majority have a story very similar to Patrina's. You know, they're in recovery or they're struggling with certain things in their life. So the choir, that was why the choir was set up. And the reason why we do the choir on a Tuesday night is so we didn't clash with the living room. And so we do the Thursday club in the morning, which is the drama club, so that every day something for people to look forward to and get involved with. So a lot of the guys you're seeing tonight, you know, they've got incredible stories. And really inspirational stories of recovery and on a journey back to normality, which is great. But Patrina, thank you so much for having us. And
thank you for this.
Thank you for Mary Mags and Reverend Sam for having us here. So enjoy the rest of your evening and stick your hand in your pockets on the way out. Thank you very much.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm Reuben Rabinowitz. I'm an innkeeper here in beautiful downtown Bethlehem. Hey, it's a nice little town. Nice place to be. Been here a while now. When I first bought my inn, I was going to call it the Circumcision. But my wife Rachel, she says, hey Reuben, no, let's call it the 3 shekels. Says, you want to call it the 3 shekels? We call it the 3 shekels. I mean, after all, hey, come on, it's no skin off my nose. And my brother Manny, he's a businessman, he works around here. Yeah, he does boat trips on the Sea of Galilee. 5 shekels a time and all the fishing skis. The guy is making a fortune. Some people say he's a business genius. Other people say you can walk on water. Say, hey, whoa, hang on a minute. I don't think we'll ever see that round here. You know what I'm saying? The place is absolutely heaving. In fact, it wasn't this busy when we had the August Bank Holiday charity race, which was supported by our leader, Pontius Pilate, who wants to be a pilot, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, it's heaving. The place is absolutely. So I was walking down and I thought to myself, hey, it's this guy Tiberius it's about, you know what I'm saying? He's organised this census to the whole of the Roman Empire. I mean, come on, anybody would think he owns the place, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things. In fact, I was thinking of organising a referendum, you know, to take Judea out of the Roman Empire. Then I thought, hey, come on, perhaps, maybe not. So I was in reception, doing a little bit of scroll work, you know, like you do. And my wife Rachel, she comes back from the shops with all the shopping. And who does she bring back with her? But her mother, Agnes. She says, hey, I brought my mother back to help you. I thought, hey, really, that's nice. The place is heaving, ain't got no rooms left, and now I've got my mother-in-law to help us. Now let me try and put this in perspective for you. My mother-in-law, Agnes, is to the hospitality trade what Genghis Khan was to Tibet. I'm originally, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, so at that point I thought, hey, I need some fresh air. Go out, get some fresh air. What do I see? I see 3 lepers playing cards on my front porch. I said, hey, what's going on here, guys? At which point, one of the lepers threw his hand in. What's really new? It's been an ongoing problem since I got here. I've written, I don't know how many times I've written to that guy, Pontius, you know, the guy that wants to be a pilot. And I get nothing back from him. So to be honest, from where I'm standing, and I'll make no bones about it, it's going to take a miracle to solve this letter problem. So after a day like that, was I glad to get to bed. So I'm laid in bed, just dozing off. What happened? Bang, 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 bang. So I get up, and it's absolutely freezing. I put my onesie on to keep warm. My wife Rachel, it makes me look like a Roman centurion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sweetheart, don't ask. So I goes downstairs, opens the door, and there's a guy called Joseph and Mary there. So what do you want, Joseph? He says, have you got a room now? I said, what? You cannot be serious. The place is heaving. So I said, hey, it's just for the 2 of us. You know, me and my wife Mary. So I looked at Mary, I said, Joseph, just the 2 of you? Oh, not for long, man, you know what I'm saying? So I brings him in, get him something to eat. And then my wife Rachel and her mother comes down, makes a big fuss, and says, all leave. Went back to bed, just dozing off. Got out this white light through the window. So beautiful. Sticks my head out the window, has a look, there's 3 shepherds there. I said, hey, what do you guys do? He said, we're looking for the baby. I said, what baby? No baby. At which point my mother-in-law, Agnes, comes boisting into the bedroom. She's like, Reuben, Mary's had a baby, she's calling him Jesus. So I said, hey, whoa, you guys are on the wall. How'd you get here? She said, oh, follow the star. I said, really? You've been following the star for a long time? He said, well, since we got caught up on the roadworks on the Damascus Road. I said, hey, all right, I was wondering what all the flashing lights was about, you know what I mean? So the next day, everybody's dashing about, doing this, that, census, having something to eat, going home. So it's time for Joseph and Mary to... So I said, well, it's been great seeing you guys, you know. Joseph says to me, he says, hey, Reuben, he says, just to be on the safe side, when I go home, I'm going a different way than the way I came. I said, hey, Joseph, under the circumstances, I think that is a very good idea. So yeah, I'm waving him off, and I suddenly got to thinking, you know. I thought, hey, this world, it's been ticking over now for a few millennium, you know what I mean, in its own way. War, pestilence, famine, war. The odd flood now and again. But every now and again, just every now and again, somebody comes along and makes a difference. I was thinking about those Greek guys, you know, Plato and Socrates. I may be getting a bit philosophical here, I don't know. But when I saw Joseph and Mary and the baby Jesus going down the road, I suddenly got this premonition. I thought, whoa, hey, hang on a minute. The hairs on the back of my neck were going ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And I was thinking that little fella is going to make a difference. I just got this feeling about it. Don't know how he's going to do it, but I've got a feeling in about 30 years' time, he's going to be making some really big changes around here. But hey, come on, what do I know? I'm just an innkeeper. So, all I can say to you guys and girls is, hey, come on, watch this space. Thank you.
If you look for me at Christmas, you won't need a special star. I'm no longer just in Bethlehem. I'm right there, where you are. You may not be aware of me amongst all the celebrations. You've got to look beyond the stores and all the decorations. But if you take a moment from your list of things to do, listen to your heart, you'll find me waiting for you. You're the one I want to be with. You're the reason that I came. And you'll find me in the stillness as I'm whispering your name.
Peace. could stay away long. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. I'm the most nice baby that I've ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could stay away on. I wish I had a river so long to teach my feet to fly. I wish I had a river to stay away on. I made my baby say goodbye. Coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could stay away. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. Gave it away. To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten, twice shy. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Surprise me. Merry Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'll fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, gave you my heart. Very next day I gave it away, gave it away. To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Friends with tired eyes, I might have wanted so long. I know I thought you were someone to rely on. I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. Face for the lover with the fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. giving to someone special.
Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be hidden in the winter snow, but I'm be under the mistletoe. We'll miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'm be under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, Shawty with you under the mistletoe,
gathering around the fire,
chestnuts roasting like a hot July. I should be chilling with my folks, I know, but I'll be under the mistletoe. Word on the street, Santa's coming tonight. Reindeer flying through the sky so high. I should be making a list, I know, but I'll be under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. The wise men follow the stars, the way I follow my heart, and it led me to a miracle. Hey love, don't you buy me nothing, cause I ain't feeling one bit. Your lips on my lips, and that's a merry, merry Christmas. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. And in the winter snow, but I'll be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday. I can't stop staring at your face. Be playing in the winter snow, but I'll be under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe.
Kiss me underneath the mistletoe. Show me, baby, that you love me so.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Kiss me underneath the mistletoe. Show me, baby, that you love me so.
Oh oh, oh oh.
Six geese are laying. 5 gold rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds.
Who is it?
3 French hens. 2 turtle doves. And a partridge in a pear tree. Bang! On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 10 lords are leaping. 9 ladies are dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5 gold rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds.
Who is it?
3 French hens. 2 turtle doves. And a partridge in a pear tree. Bang! Christmas said to me, 11 pipers piping. 10 lords are leaping. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5 gold rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds. And a partridge in a pear tree. Bang! On that 12th day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 12 drums are drumming. 10 lords are leaping. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5 gold rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds. 3 French hens. 2 turtle doves. And a partridge in a pear tree.
like a mighty storm with the strength of a hurricane. You could have come like a forest fire with the power of heaven in your flame. But you came like a winter snow, quiet and soft and slow, falling from the sky in the night to the earth below. You could have swept in like a tidal wave, or in an ocean to ravish our hearts. You could have come through like a roaring flood to wipe away the things we've scarred. But you came like a winter snow. You were quiet, you were soft and slow, falling from the sky in the night to the earth below. Your voice wasn't in a bush burning, no. Your voice wasn't in a rushing wind. It was still, it was small, it was hidden. You came like a winter snow, quiet and soft and slow, falling from the sky in the night to the earth below.
Sky in the night to the earth below.
Okay, guys, that really just brings us to the end of our evening. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've got one more song we're going to do for you again, which is Last Christmas, but please do stay behind. We've got some mulled punch there for you and some mince pies. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. I know everyone here really appreciates the support. Thank you so much for coming. So do stay afterwards, hang around. There's loads going on here at this church. Pick up one of the leaflets that's happening if you want to come to a carol service. There's loads to sort of choose from. But thank you so much for coming, and we're going to end with Last Christmas.
Christmas. is, I'll give it to someone special. I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next Christmas, I gave you my heart. But the very next day, you gave it away. I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next Christmas, I gave you my heart. But the very next day, you gave it away. I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next Christmas, I gave you my heart. But the very next day, you gave it away. I'll give it to someone special.